I'm with Steve King, the Global CEO of Publicis Media in their London headquarters. Steve, nice to talk to you.
Morning, Gideon. Nice to see you again.
It's a year since Publicis Media was created, bringing 4 agencies together. Tell us, how's that going?
Well, I think, as you say, it's almost exactly a year. You know, we brought together our new management teams, you know, from what was effectively 3 separate holding companies, which was SMG, Zenith Optomedia and Viva Key. And we created a new organisation, Publicis Media, and we decided pretty soon that we wanted to be a brand-led organisation. And we have 4, in fact 5 global brands, if you include Performix as a global brand. And then we decided to create these global practices which would drive and support those brands. I think after a year, we've made more progress than I thought we'd probably achieve over the first 3 or 4 years. And unquestionably, the best thing is people working together in a really collaborative way.
How important are the agency brands when you've got Publicis Media as this big group at the top? Isn't there a risk they're being diluted?
No, all of the client-facing organisation, all of the contact with the clients, all the delivery to clients, all of the new business is all through the brands, and that's why we've got very strong brand leaders and very strong differentiation in every one of the brands.
There was a media palooza in America in 2015, which was tough on Publicis in its media. You've had a better run recently. How are clients behaving, and how are you reassuring them on the transparency questions?
When we started our journey a year ago, we decided to pivot ourselves around 3 key principles about trust, talent and transformation. Lots of the issues about transparency, both in terms of the platforms, in terms of the A&A investigation, actually happened after we initiated our organisation. So having a really strong, strident starting point that we are going to be an organisation that's going to be recognised and be driven by trust was a position that we could take. We could credibly take that position, and is definitely something that is helping us in our discussions and delivery to clients today.
Now, you mentioned already the platforms, and I'm thinking here of Google and Facebook. They are facing, particularly YouTube at the moment, some trust and transparency questions. What do you and your clients want these platforms to do, and do they need to act and behave more like media owners who are responsible for their content?
All of these platforms, and you've included 2 of those, YouTube and Google, you know, they are incredibly important partners for us, both in terms of being distributors of content, being platforms, tech providers. But of course, I think that they're both probably for different reasons. You know, we've got the viewability discussion which went on with Facebook, and now we've got brand safety at Google. Very, very big issues. No getting away from that. And you know, I think both of them are probably dealing with the fact that they are walled gardens in the way that they operate. As much as they want to resist that, they do have to have the same accountability that we get from media, because they are platforms, but they're also distributors of content, and they are the gatekeeper between brands and consumers. And if they're talking about trust, if there's a breakdown of trust there, you know, they're going to find it very difficult to continue their growth path. So definitely, I think for different reasons, even though neither of these issues was driven deliberately by any missteps by Google and YouTube, we are definitely looking for both of them to give themselves a greater degree of accountability, and indeed both cases third-party verification.
Steve King, thank you very much.
Gideon, it's been an absolute pleasure.